Welcome to another episode of The Latest with Maya. Today, I am so excited to have a conversation with actress Julianne Nicholson. You've seen Julianne in Law and Order, Criminal Intent, 2 Weeks, I, Tanya, and so much more. Julianne also guest starred in one of my all-time favorite shows, Royal Pains. Most recently, you can see Julianne in the amazing show Paradise. Thank you so much for being on my show. I am so excited to be talking with you.
Thank you, Maya. Thank you for that lovely introduction. I'm really happy to be talking to you too.
Thank you. Yeah, so let's get started. Who do you most admire, and how has that affected the way you live your life?
Oh my goodness, you're just jumping right into the deep end there.
Yeah.
Gosh, who do I most admire? Um, well, one person who I admire many people, but the first person who jumps into my mind actually is my mother, who um who is an herbalist who lives in upstate New York and now has a business, has a company. But when she started working with herbs in the 70s, it was considered very alternative and very kooky even. But she had a real trust in the work that she was doing and well-being, and she just stuck to her guns and kept learning and kept practicing and has been able to make a life for herself with that. And they live on the border of the Adirondack State Park, and it's a beautiful life with as little impact on the earth as they can. And they're very mindful, and it's a very beautiful, simple life that takes lots of work to maintain. And I am very admiring of she and my stepfather for their commitment to their beliefs. And now the world is sort of on board with, herbs.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, so what small things bring you joy on a daily basis?
Flowers. Like I live in England now, and in the spring, I live in the countryside in Hampshire, and in the spring, on all the country lanes are daffodils. They just come up. And then there are these other flowers called bluebells, and there's wild garlic. And so it's just so they make me happy every day. Um, and my family make me happy every day. My kids and my husband.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what has been the biggest obstacle you've overcome?
Um, well, I guess I was very nervous to um get into acting. I was very nervous I didn't because I didn't know anybody who did it. No one in my family did it. I had no idea how to go about getting into the business. And so I had to get to a place where I felt like um, I was good enough, not even a good enough actress, but like that I was deserving to try. And then I had to, get over the embarrassment of telling people that I wanted to be an actress because it felt like a fantasy. Um, so that was a challenge, I would say. And it took some sort of, I don't know, just inner. belief in myself that I gave myself 5 years. I said, I'm going to try it for 5 years anyway. I have to commit to it. And then at the end of 5 years, I can decide if I want to continue or if it feels like actually I don't love this, or maybe this is not going to work out and I'll try something else. But that was scary.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm so happy that you stuck with it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Um, yeah, so, what lessons from your childhood have most impacted your worldview?
I was very lucky to come from a family that really, both my mother and father, even though they didn't stay married for very long, they were both firm believers in the value of every person, regardless of their gender, of their religion, of the color of their skin. I feel very grateful that I came from a home where equality was instilled from a very young age and respect for everyone else. And yeah, no one's better than anyone else and extending kindness.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think those are always very important lessons to learn.
agreed. And they didn't need to be taught. It was just by example. It was what I witnessed in my home that it was learned.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Um, so if you had a warning label, what would yours be?
Um, well, the first thing that comes to my mind is I could probably use a few warning labels, I'm not gonna lie, but the one that jumps to mind is do not feed peppers. I can't eat peppers, and I feel like they're constantly in food in a restaurant unnamed, and it can ruin a whole meal for me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's no fun. When
No.
yeah. Yeah, I I think I need several warning labels.
What would be your biggest warning? What would be the first one on the list?
The first one would probably be prone to anxiety, don't overload. Um,
Nice.
so thank you. And
Yeah.
I think another one would be like, well, unintentionally zone out because like I was the other day I was having a conversation with my best friend and he was saying something and then he was like waiting for me to respond. And then I just like completely zoned out. I was like, I'll be honest, I did not hear a word you just said.
Right. I could use those stickers as well. I feel like mine could say, make sure I'm listening because someone can talk, but if you don't have my attention, I might not hear you.
Yeah. I like those.
Yes. Thank you.
Um, so I am pop culture obsessed and go in stages of shows that I cannot stop watching. Is there a show that you are currently obsessed with?
Oh, my daughter and I are obsessed with RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
Obsessed. So we came to it late. We just started watching it probably 2 years ago, and we are currently up to date with season 17, but we have watched all of the regular episodes and all of the All-Star episodes now in the last 2 years. So I'm happy to say we can maybe now move on with our lives and just be in the current season as it airs.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I
It's been very fun to
yeah,
watch together.
yeah. Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's the best when like I love finding shows to just like that I can binge watch with like my mom and my sister.
So fun. What are
Yeah.
you loving at the moment?
I just watched there's a new show miniseries on Hulu called Dying for Sex that I
Oh
just
yeah, did you like it? My friend Shannon Murphy directed a number of those episodes.
that's so cool. Yeah, I loved it.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it
I
was
have to watch
so
it.
good. Yeah, it was incredible.
It's a great cast.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
Okay, good. I'll watch.
Yeah, yeah, that by the end, I mean like you know what's coming, but like it just by the end, I watched it with my mom and I watched it and we were both just crying by the end.
Oh my God, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. But it's so good.
okay. Great.
Yeah. Um Yeah. So, when you have a day off, what would your perfect day look like?
Um, well, since it's my perfect day, it's summer. And maybe it would be in Cape Cod where my sister lives. And I'd have my husband and kids with me too. Maybe we'd take a bike ride and pack a really nice picnic. And then they have all these beautiful ponds there. And so you could go and jump in the pond and swim. And then go home and lie down and take a nap and read some of a great book. And then have a lovely, fresh dinner. Finished off with the um, peppermint stick ice cream cone with chocolate sprinkles.
I love that. That sounds like such a good day.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. I have to make that happen.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds great.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so what genre of movie would your life story be told as?
Um, I hope it's gosh, I guess it would I guess it would probably be a drama, but there are definitely lots of moments of light and joy in it, I would say.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I've always wanted my life to be my uh life story to be both a rom-com and a musical.
Love that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Um, so what songs, no matter what, do you always roll down the windows and sing at the top of your lungs?
There's a song called Golden by Jill Scott that I love, and that's definitely get the windows down and sing it out. Um, I also love a song called Dang by Mac Miller, um, and Anderson .Paak. I would say and also of course like Rio by Duran Duran.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I'm writing down all these songs because there's a couple, there's two of them I haven't heard before. So
Okay.
I'm gonna,
I think you'll love Golden.
oh, yeah, I don't know. that song sounds so familiar, but I don't remember if I've heard it. So I'm
I
very,
love Jill Scott is an incredible artist with a really exceptional, beautiful voice. Yeah, it's great.
yeah. Oh, cool. I love that. Yeah, I'm so excited to listen to them. So thank you for the recommendations.
My pleasure.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, as you know from when you logged on to the Zoom, no matter what any Asher Angel song that I'm
Yes.
listening that I hear, I will just sing along too.
Okay, I'm gonna have to listen to him when we get off.
So, yeah, I'd love to know what you think.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, So, what three words best describe you?
Um, Gosh, it's hard to describe yourself, don't you think?
Yeah.
And I think um I think I'm empathetic. I think I'm funny and a little bit mysterious.
Oh, I love those. I think those are great words.
Thank you.
Yeah. Um, so do you have any irrational fears?
Irrational fears. Well, I can worry about the future, but and like everyone, I suppose. Um, which is probably irrational, because they're sort of unnamed and non-specific, and they're just sort of that's not helpful. My mom told me that that I was a real worrywart when I was a little kid, and they would call me Mrs. Nicholson, like as if I was an old lady, because I would worry about the future, and I would also always ask them, what if, like what ifs. So I guess probably I would say worrying about the future. Things that I don't have any evidence that necessarily things will go wrong, but I might still worry that it will.
Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah, I can get stuck in spirals. And yeah, the what if spirals are not
It's not
fun.
helpful. No.
Yeah.
And not true. Like they're
Yeah.
completely made up. It's not, it doesn't, it's only, so I try to like breathe through those and stay present because we honestly don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So then that calms me down a little bit, but I can definitely tend to worry about the future.
Yeah. Yeah, I there was once I was like I don't even remember what I was stressing about, but I brought it up to I told my mom about it because I tell her everything, and so I was talking to her about it, and I hadn't said it out loud before, and my mom looked at me and she was like, "You get that makes no sense, right?" And I was like, now that I hear myself saying it out loud, I get that. But
Sometimes it is saying it out loud, or also sometimes I feel like if it's something that's, if you wake up and you're worrying about something in the night, like you have to try to put it to sleep, and then in the light of day, it's like it looks different.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Um, so, what show or movie do you find yourself quoting all the time?
Um, I love the movie Tootsie. with Dustin Hoffman, obviously, Jessica Lange. So I would say that there are certain lines from that movie um that will pop into my mind from time to time. Yeah.
Love that. Yeah.
I love that movie. It reminds me of I remember going to see it when I was a kid in the theaters and just loving seeing New York City on the screen at that, in the 80s and all the yellow taxis and the big buildings and the whole they were both actors, so seeing a little bit into that world, like I just thought it was such a great movie then, and I feel like it still holds up. It's one of my favorites.
I love that. Yeah. Yeah, my brain is just filled with references, different shows and movies.
Right. Do you have one in particular that comes most often?
I have two. There's Friends and Will and Grace.
Ah, okay.
And the show Psych. Those are the three that the
Right.
yeah, I quote the most often.
Nice.
So,
I guess we quote RuPaul's often too. We will quote Drag Race pretty regularly because there's a number of expressions that are used throughout the season. So that one also.
oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You recently the new show that I'm like referencing all the time is Mid-Century Modern.
Yeah, I haven't watched that.
I That is my new obsession. I binged watched it in like a day when it came out. So
Okay, you recommend?
yes, I do.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
cool. I'll watch that too.
yeah,
I've
I
got a list
highly
now.
recommend.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, so what is the greatest lesson you have learned from a character you've played?
Um, that's a tough one. Mm, well, I'm thinking of a character that I played on Masters of Sex named her name was Dr. Lillian DePaul, and I'm not entirely sure why that character is coming to me. Maybe it was just her belief in herself and her strength of conviction. She was a doctor in a time when there weren't many female gynecologists, and maybe it's that. Maybe it's just sticking to your convictions.
That. Yeah, I love that. Um, so what is your go-to comfort show or movie just when you want to escape the world?
Right. Well, probably the ones that I mentioned. Oh, you know what I love is that I watch with my family too, that just came back to me is The Fantastic Mr. Fox or Best in Show, like comedies that you can just like sit back and let them, well, Fantastic Mr. Fox isn't a straight comedy, but like Best in Show also, where it's just you can just it's familiar. I've seen it so many times, but makes me laugh so much every time.
That. I love that. Yeah, I have again, I have a long list of ones that I just rotate between. So,
But do you like a comedy when you or what do you like when you're feeling like you just need a warm TV hug?
there's comedies are yeah, my go-to. I mean, Royal Pains is one of my comfort shows that
I
I
have.
seen so many times. Same with the show White Collar. That's another.
Yes, I see it. I see it there on your wall. So that
Yeah,
was another, that was Bravo, right?
that was USA.
Sorry, USA, right. Royal Pains was USA also.
Yes,
And
yes,
Psych.
yes,
You had a USA thing.
yes. I did, yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, so those three shows are, yeah, three of my go-tos that I just rotate between, along with Friends and Will and Grace.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Great shows, all of them.
Yeah. Um, so, I love inspiring and motivational quotes. And this week, the one that spoke to me is sometimes the bad things that happen in our lives put us directly on the path to the most wonderful things that will ever happen to us. Um, is there a quotation that has inspired you lately?
That's beautiful. Your quotation. Um, not that not that jumps to mind, but I love an inspirational quote. I find them to be very um helpful and moving sometimes, especially if you're down in the dumps or you need a little something extra.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was my final question for you. Uh,
Okay.
I have had the best time talking with you. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you. It's been such a pleasure talking to you. I really appreciate it. You have such a wonderful spirit and smile. It's infectious.
Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Um, and that's a wrap on today's edition of The Latest with Maya.